I first heard about ARC from a friend at an exponential conference, and I was immediately drawn in by ARC's approach of investing in leaders by teaching them and by coaching them to plant life-giving churches. And those three words are what attracted me to ARC, life-giving churches. It is my vision to plant a church unchurched people love to attend. A church that is sensitive to unbelievers. A church that is sensitive to people who are wondering what God is about. A church that unbelievers would want to come back to. A church that is energizing and that brings hopes and encourages people because the gospel is good news. A church that is so invested and so involved in the community that if it were to stop existing, it would be immensely missed. See, I think that our city is thirsty and hungry for God. Some identify their need for God, but they don't know how to find Him. Others identify a need, but they don't know what that need is. In other words, they understand there's something that is missing in their lives, but they don't know that something is God. Jesus said in Matthew chapter 9 that the harvest is plentiful. And I believe that our city, our community, Orlando, is ready. The harvest is plentiful. On the other hand, I think that we do not have enough churches for all the people in our city. Jesus also said in Matthew chapter 9 that the workers are few. So we need all kinds of churches and all kinds of ministries from different denominations collaborating to reach our city. And we need to honor each other. We need to operate under the understanding that we are all players of one team fulfilling one common goal, to make disciples of all nations. I believe that only when we are sharing our resources, only when we are supporting each other, and only when we are being generous in our community and with other ministries, only then can we make the greatest impact. See, generosity is such a huge component of our faith. I know there's no magic on a specific percentage, but it has been my practice to give 10% of all my earnings to the local church. In addition to that, we also supported other ministries and missionaries around the world, and it has been a great blessing for me and my family. It is my goal that our church would give a minimum of 10% to other ministries and organizations in our city and abroad. Finally, I think that church planting is very complex. There's so much involved in church planting. I think that maybe somebody could say that in the most primal sense that church planting is easy. But as times have changed, church planting has changed, and church planting has become more complex and more intricate. See, every context is unique. Every city has different subcultures with socioeconomic differences. Our city of Orlando is a pot of people from different places around the world and the U.S. So language and race play an important role. On top of that, no planter is equally gifted. So church planting is complex, and it is intricate. But the spiritual need of humanity was and continues to be the same. And because of that, there are principles and practices that can be applied to every context where a church is planted. I am eager to learn those proven principles and practices. I believe that God has put in my heart a desire to plant a church in our city, in Orlando, and I am looking forward to continuing to learn from those who have gone ahead of me. And ARC, I want to thank you for allowing me to share my heart. Hello, everyone. My name is Julio,
And I'm Crystal.
and you probably already watched my previous video, but I totally forgot to include my wife. So I wanted to introduce her to you and allow her just to share a little bit about her heart.
I'm super excited about reaching Orlando. It's a city that we call home. It's a city that we're raising our kids in. It's the city that we love. And I'm excited about the opportunity to draw our friends and neighbors with us as we approach the cross of Jesus Christ. And I'm thankful for you guys at ARC who are willing to walk this journey alongside us, a journey that we believe God launched us on, but that it's nice to have someone else along the road with us. And so I just want to thank you for that.
Thanks again, guys.